folks, Jim, Leila, and
Julie.
Hello. We're here for Free Comic Book Day 2012.
Yes.
And
so
dear
excited.
Lord, it's so big we had to get a co-host.
Yes, we did, because...
Don't worry, she'll be put back into the the dungeon afterwards.
Yeah, we needed extra help to get all the books done.
Yep.
Or almost all. So.
And don't forget, Free Comic Book Day here at the Comic Connection this coming weekend. Ken Lashley will be here.
Yes, Ken will be here from 11 to 2, and we're so excited to have him again. And, make sure that you come out and get your stuff signed.
And see all of us. And
see all of us. Get
it'll
free
be
comments.
a lot of fun.
Yes, exactly. So I guess I'll start, right?
Yeah,
okay.
We're going to start off with 2 each from me and you, and then Julie will pipe in
all right.
with some stuff. But, of course, we're going to have our witty banter back and forth as well. So,
of course. So with a certain movie starting this weekend, I thought it was fitting to start with...
Transformers 4?
No.
The
Avengers! The Avengers Age of Ultron .1. So in this one, Spider-Woman goes missing while investigating an unusual energy surge coming out of Wakanda, and Abigail Brand, director of S.W.O.R.D., asks the Avengers for help locating their missing member, and they find out much more than Jessica Drew. When they unravel this mystery, the Age of Ultron is coming.
Woo!
Yeah!
Yay, robots.
Bendis and Hitch have crafted a true page-turner here that leaves the reader wanting more. Fortunately, there are many more Avengers books to read. So,
way too many Avengers.
Yes, so, there's lots of choices. If you want to read something Avengers, stuff that's out now, stuff that's coming, Age of Ultron, it's all awesome, but I really enjoyed this one. It was a great read. Okay, next up, The New 52 Special Edition. That's right, this is DC's big book. In this one, the Trinity of Sin were judged centuries ago for their transgressions, but now Pandora longs for salvation, even if it means the end of the Justice League.
The Justice League can't end soon enough.
Yeah.
I disagree completely.
I do too. Okay, so...
This is the problem with being between 2 women that can beat the ever-living shit out of me.
Yeah, that's right. Who do enjoy DC.
Yes.
Okay, so Johns and the gang tease the upcoming Trinity Wars story, which looks really promising, and maybe we'll finally find out why Pandora was hiding out on the pages of all the first issues of the New 52. Ha ha.
Maybe.
We can hope. There's also some previews for the New 52 second wave books, like Dial H that came out this week, and World's Finest, and Earth 2.
I wonder how many of those will last past 6 issues.
At least 4 of them, I think. But anyways, I again, really enjoyed this, and this is the big DC book for you to get. There's another one that I'll be reviewing later, but this one is one that you should not miss.
All right. Next up, we have Transformers number 80.5. And in this one, it's basically, after 20 years, the original Transformers series continues. This book basically acts as a prelude to what is to come and a reminder of what came before.
That's cool.
And it's really nice to see the original creative team back after 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's got that 80s and early 90s style to it. So I quite like it. But of course, after seeing the last 10, 15 years worth of Transformers books in the particular style that those books are in,
it's shocking.
It's shocking to go back to the 80s style again.
Yeah.
And it's a little off-putting. But still, if you're an old school Transformers Marvel Comics fan, this is the book for you. Storyline-wise, it's fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens in the new series that starts with number 81.
Cool.
Next up, we have Zombie Kid. And in this one, after Bill Stokes, all Bill Stokes wants is to be a big-time pro gamer. But one day, his mom comes home infected with a zombie virus, and now he has to deal with being a zombie kid.
Huh.
Alright, so after all the hubbub
Yes.
that happened after the release of Diary of a Zombie Kid, which we won't go into here.
No.
This came out for Free Comic Book Day, and it's a very good introduction to the character that not many of you got to see due to the litigation. But this is free. It's a good introduction to this parodies-based character, and I quite enjoyed it.
Yes.
Dave's art is really great, and Fred's story is pretty funny as well. So, yeah, check this one out. I quite enjoyed it.
Welcome to the team, Julie.
Hello. Glad to be a part of it. The
Don't
first
screw
book
it up.
that I reviewed
was Anti, number 0. It's a preview for a book coming out starting in July. And I really enjoyed it. It is... I'm still learning.
I don't know.
It features an unnamed, really super strong female character who it looks like she is kind of taking on the demons in the world. I'm not entirely sure. They really leave you hanging, wanting more. I'm super excited for when it comes out in July and can't wait to read it. The art was a little not quite what I want. It's a little harsher than what I necessarily like, but the story is there and it really captured my interest. It is also a flip book with Ride. Ride, I really didn't care about at all.
Yes.
It's in black and white, which isn't typically something that I would put me off, but it kind of just reads like the opening crime sequence of Law and Order or any crime drama.
That's awesome.
If that's your thing, awesome, you'll probably love it. It's not really my thing. But who knows?
All right, next up, I also have a flip book. The first part is Star Wars: The Art of the Bad Deal. And in this one, Han and Chewie discuss the finer points of negotiating. There's also an Alabaster preview in here, which is continued in the Buffy and Guild flip book. So you actually need 2 books to finish that story. So that's kind of interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And then on the flip side, we've got Serenity, Firefly, Class 03K64. And while stopped for supplies, the Serenity's captain receives an aggressive offer for his ship. And I mean aggressive. So these were okay.
Oh, Mal.
Yeah. These are cute stories by Zach Whedon. I appreciated the symmetry between the 2 main plots. I thought that it made sense the way that they put these books together and that they both had to deal with their 2 ships, you know. That was cool.
There are so many Whedons.
Yeah, they're all...
And Wayans and Baldwins. I mean, they should all go into a fight.
Imagine if they were in a barley brawl, right? The Matrix music. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, anyway, so I enjoyed the Alabaster preview, even though I only saw part of it. It was fun learning about trolls. Yeah, that's all I want to say, because if I say more, it'll wreck it.
Oh, now I really need to read that one. Trolls?
Alright, next up we have the Intrinsic. And in this one, horrors from different worlds have assembled to bring about a global threat known only as the End. And now the forces of good must gather to avert the disaster. Okay, interesting plot, interesting story. The artwork's okay. It's not perfect, but it is a lot of fun to check out this book. It's basically a preview of an upcoming book that's coming out from Arcana, so... Yeah, if you want to check out something with demons and Hellmouse and stuff that's not Buffy related, this one's for you. It's actually quite fun.
Alright. I have a reprint for My Favorite Martian.
Yep.
It was super cute. That's really
yes,
where it
we're
starts.
all a little too young to remember My Favorite Martian, except for that movie that starred
Let's forget that.
Christopher Lloyd. But we won't less said about that one, the better.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But super cute. Martin the Martian is trying to get back to Mars, and he is foiled accidentally by the people he lives with when they try to give him a good dinner. And it's all about how he tries to get himself back to Mars.
Nice.
It's super wonderful, great for all ages, I think.
He's only trying to get back to Mars so he can kill us all.
I don't think that's confirmed. No.
I don't think so. I think he spent too much time here helping us.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's been acclimatized now.
I agree with her. Yeah, I think he'd miss Earth if he went back to Mars.
Yeah, just saying.
But I really enjoyed it. It's a reprint, so it's exactly as it was back in the day. Great for all ages, from my parents to, little 5 and 6 year olds. I just think it's a good all across the board book.
Okay, next up, we've got an offering from Marvel Comics. This is Spider-Man Season 1, and in this sneak peek for the upcoming graphic novel, it tells the story of how Peter became Spider-Man, because we all don't know that.
We've only been told that how many times now?
Yes. But the interesting part about it is that this August marks the 50th anniversary of Spidey's first appearance in Amazing Fantasy number 15.
Woo!
50th.
I didn't realize Peter Parker was that old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
He's probably getting his pension by now.
yeah, so this is, kicking off all the Spidey-centric events that are sure to come. I did enjoy this adaptation of the story, even though, I know what's going to happen, but particularly visually, it's stunning. I love the art by Neil Edwards here. I'm not sure I'm really sold on all these season 1 books that they're coming out with that basically offer the origins for all of these people.
By the way, we've all seen.
Yeah, well, but, there has to be a new generation coming, right? So that's what we're looking at, is the generation that maybe isn't familiar with all these characters. And sure, maybe Spider-Man isn't the one that you're going to need to read up on, but there are others that are coming out after that. So perhaps this whole, season 1 thing will work out to be a good thing. I did enjoy this, and it's a good Spider-Man story, if nothing else, for Free Comic Book Day.
All right, next up, we have Lady Death, The Beginning. In this one, Lady Death must battle the villainous Death Queen to regain her stolen powers.
Lady Death had her powers stolen?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's not much to the story here.
Yeah.
But the art is pretty nice. If you're a Lady
Cool.
Death fan, this basically reprints the first 2 issues of the recent Lady Death series.
Yeah, the ongoing, yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. Art is probably the nicest Lady Death art has ever been.
I think so, too.
But story-wise, it's still a little lacking.
Yeah.
But if you're a Lady Death fan and you haven't had a chance to check out the new series, this is the perfect introduction.
I have another flip book. It is a Peanuts Adventure Time flip book. The Peanuts is a reprint.
Adventure Time is also a reprint of the first issue.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a compilation for both of shorts. The Peanuts has your traditional Lucy pulling the football. It's Peanuts, you know what you're getting into with Peanuts. And the Adventure Time has 3 different shorts. The primary story involves Finn and Jake teaching BMO how to fight because he wants to learn how to be the ultimate fighter.
Nice.
I place it for ages, 8 to 14. It's pretty good for that age group.
Okay, next up, I've got a flip book as well. This one from DC. This is their kid offering. This is Superman Family Adventures. It also has a Green Lantern animated series and Young Justice story as well. So first in the Superman is just another day in Metropolis for Clark Kent, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and Perry White. This is from the creative team for Tiny Titans, and this is just filled with action and humor. And if you like, the art and style and the quippiness of Teen Titans, then you're going to like this too. It's just all of that put in the Superman universe, which is just really cool.
Interesting.
Yes. And then in the Green Lantern animated series, while on the run from the Red Lanterns, Hal and Razor are pulled through a portal to a pocket dimension and must outsmart the being imprisoned there in order to escape. This was a lot of fun. It has the same animation style as the animated TV show for Cartoon Network. So, if you like that, you're going to like this. It's a jumping on point for either one of those things. And then the Young Justice, it's a preview for Young Justice number 16, which is on sale May 30th. And in this one, Artemis teams up with Green Arrow to stop a robbery, and Batman and Robin join in too. It's an okay preview. There's just not that much here. I understand they're probably trying not to spoil any new content that's coming out. But I do enjoy Young Justice, and I am looking forward to...
The series is pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's really good. So, if you want to sort of get a jumping on point for that new issue, then grab this.
Alright, next up we have The Infernal Devices, The Clockwork Angel. And in this one we meet Tessa Gray, a 16-year-old girl traveling alone to Victorian England, where she runs afoul of the city's sordid supernatural underworld and finds she has odd powers to take form of the recently deceased.
Ugh. Okay.
So basically her powers allow her to become the person who's recently died or been murdered and tell...
Does she get all their memories and
Yeah,
everything?
exactly.
Oh, that's neat.
So, yeah, that's a really interesting concept, and it's really fleshed out here, and it's really interesting. This is just a preview of the upcoming graphic novel, but it is simply wonderful. Stylistically, the art is simply gorgeous, and the storyline is really engaging with very interesting characters. So, yeah, if you're a manga fan, or even if you're just a old-school murder mystery type fan, this is a book for you. It is simply wonderful, and I can't recommend it highly enough.
Fantastic. Along the vein of reprints, I have a Donald Duck and Family reprint. It's a reprint, exactly what you figure you're getting into. I chose this one because I grew up watching the Donald Duck and Darkwing Duck and all of those.
Yeah.
It's super
Gotta love
cute.
Darkwing Duck.
Again, it's a compilation of shorts. In your primary short, you have old Scrooge McDuck trying to save his money from the Beagle Boys. Again.
Again. Yeah, that's normal.
Exactly. It is exactly what you think you're getting yourself into.
Okay, this one is one of my favorite picks for kids for Free Comic Book Day that I read.
This
okay?
book looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yes. Okay, so this is a flip book, and on the first side we've got Finding Gossamyr. And in this one, Denny is a smart boy. He can solve any problem. But even he could not have prepared for what could happen when he solves an ancient theorem that's never been proved. It's awesome. It's great art, like gorgeous art, a good
it looks
story.
so good.
If you like mystery and action and fantasy, this is the book for you. It looks like it's going to be an amazing kids book. So
we will be reviewing it in 2 months when it comes out.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
be with
I
us for
can't
that.
wait. I can't wait. And on the flip side is one of my favorites that you've seen me review before, Stuff of Legend. And this is a preview.
Another great book.
Yeah, another great book. This is a preview for the Volume 4, which is called The Toy Collector. So this is, overall, for those of you who don't know about Stuff of Legend, this is the story of a boy's brave toys who entered the dark in an attempt to rescue him from the boogeyman. And I just love the series. It's got great art. It's an epic story. It's wonderfully weird and definitely a must-read. If you haven't read any, there's the hardcovers. The first 3 volumes are out. So this preview only gives you like a small overview of the story so far and teases a little bit of the next chapter. Definitely, I loved this book. Make sure that you grab this one on Free Comic Book Day.
Next up, we have another flip book. It is Buffy with the Guild. But in Buffy, Buffy goes on a vacation to space and has to deal with a bug infestation.
Buffy gets vacations?
Yeah,
Apparently.
Since when?
So this becomes Buffy versus Alien.
Nice!
And I mean that literally. It's an actual alien from the Alien series.
That's
So,
fantastic.
yeah, it's not only is it an alien, but it's a vampire alien.
Oh, man.
Which is great. Story-wise, fantastic as always.
Yeah.
Art-wise, it's pretty good. It's not the typical Buffy style, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless.
Buffy doesn't usually fight aliens.
No,
so
but this was great. This was great. On the flip side, having lost their meeting place, the Guildies have a battle to decide where to meet. Their destined meeting place, the beach.
That seems like not a cool spot for gamers.
No, and considering who they are, it's not exactly the best choice either.
No.
But as always, the Guild is a lot of fun to read. It's a lot of fun to see these characters evolve as they try and adapt to their surroundings, being people that don't really get out much.
Yeah.
And as you know, there was a story that was continued in here as well.
Yes.
So you learn more about trolls, and it's fun.
Right?
But-
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
I
But
feel left out.
too bad.
You have to read it. It's good.
But yeah, if you're a Buffy fan, pick this one up. And if you're a Guild fan, pick this one up. It is simply fantastic.
Did you guys see Felicia Day on Supernatural?
No.
Oh my god! I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but awesome. Almost the best, like one of the best Supernatural episodes. Anyway.
Oh.
All
Now
right.
I'll have to watch.